My name is Rita Gupta Abdullah. I was raised a Hindu and I have been a convert to Islam for about 10 years. My journey into Islam had been a very unexpected one. I had achieved a lot of things in life. I had everything I wanted, and I achieved all of that without without having to rely on religion, without having to pray. My dad passed away when I was 14, so although we were practicing Hinduism when I was younger, but from teenagehood into adulthood, I didn't practice any religion. So a lot of things came very easily for me until one day when I was pregnant. So I dreamt of the Kaaba. That began the journey into Islam. And I would like to say that I didn't go to look for Islam. I did not look for Islam. Instead, Islam found me. And it found me in the most beautiful way, through my motherhood. Islam didn't come to me through books, through conversations, through people. It was due to His mercy, to Allah Ta'ala's mercy, that He came looking for me. And now, a number of years later, if I were to look back and to think that it was really, really, really His love for me to just guide me in such a unique and special way. And I would think that it must be truly special for me to be getting the dream when I was pregnant. So I would like to think that there's something about my child. There is something about my child that is truly special, and that I had to protect his religion as Islam. So that was the reason. That was basically the pushing factor for me to just give up everything. It wasn't easy. It truly wasn't easy. But there were too many things that happened, and I believe one incident that really, really stood out for me right now was when I gave birth, when I dreamt of the Kaaba. I was just discovering Islam. I did not convert. I did not pursue Islam. So as my boy grew up and he was eating, I was introducing him to semi-solid food. So there's this one incident where I was feeding him fish porridge, and everything was normal. He was feeding as per normal, and when I was about to give him the next spoonful, suddenly there was a hand that pushed my hand away, and the spoon dropped. And when I looked at the spoon later on, there was actually a big fish bone, and that was my first question: to what was that force that had pushed my hand? What was that force that had protected my son? So that was an awakening for me, and that was when I started discovering and trying to find out more about Islam. So that was the beginning of it, and over time I decided that I just had to raise my son as a Muslim. So I wasn't particularly new to Islam. I am an Indian, a non-Tamil speaking Indian, so I took Malay in secondary school. Even in primary school, I took Malay. So I had a lot of Malay friends, and when I was in secondary school, all of us were forced to join the Malay Cultural Club. So I was exposed to a lot of Islamic culture. So I knew what the Kaaba was, So when I dreamt of it, I was able to recognize it. I knew what it was. When I started on my journey to discover Islam, I wasn't afraid, because I have been living my life as a very authentic person. I didn't want to hide. I was very forthcoming. So I am the kind of person, take it or leave it, because I am able to, if I have been able to establish my life to a certain success all this while, I believe that I will be able to also achieve the same on my own. Although the journey was very, very challenging, but I made it to this point. And of course, there were a lot of resistance. There were a lot of quarrels. Why are you taking this step? What's the issue? We have established so much together, and why are you now giving up everything, for Islam? So I did not bother to shut everybody up. I told myself that this is my experience, this is my decision. Even I do not know why I dreamt of the Kaaba. Even I do not know why it happened when I was pregnant. I also do not know why I am drawn to Islam. There's so many things that I do not know. And I have come to terms with it, and I've already stopped questioning. So I merely took a leap of faith to what I have experienced all this while. I just took a leap of faith, and I've never turned back. There were no regrets. Even if you were to ask me this question, would I have made the same decision after what I've gone through all this while? Would I still make the same decision? Yes, I will still make the same decision to choose Islam. I did not have anyone at all guiding me. I merely went to Darul Arqam, so it was only due to my own resourcefulness. I went to Darul Arqam. I know that I wanted to learn more, so I signed up for the beginner's class beginner's course in Islam. Then I moved on to the prayer course. So I went on to the prayer course, and I learned how to pray. A week after I started learning how to pray, that was when my son and I were hit by an incident that completely changed our lives. My son and I, we were involved in a road traffic accident where I almost died, and I entered into a coma, and my son was severely injured. So the funny thing was that when I was doing the tahajjud, I had dreamt of the bus. I had dreamt. I can't remember exactly what was the dream, but I know there was a bus. And just a few days later, I would think maybe about a week later, then we got into the bus accident. But it was also that incident that allowed me to enter into the different world. That was my first experience of my soul traveling through a journey, and to then enter into a world where it was so peaceful. So until today, I miss that place. I miss where I was. Until today, I do live with certain periods of isolation, because I feel that I'm not meant to live on this earth. I'm meant to be there, So initially it was very difficult for me when I woke up from my coma and I had to go through all sorts of issues. I couldn't take it. I think now, after a few years, I've come to make peace with myself that he loved me too much, and that he wanted me to be able to discover Islam. There is a reason why he brought me onto a journey, to experience the hereafter for a while, and then for me to come back so that I can work towards getting back that place. It shouldn't come easy for me to let me learn, to understand the beauty of Islam. I am completely in love with Islam. I'm completely in love with Islam, and I am just completely so grateful, so grateful to be guided, into this religion. My advice to rediscovering Muslims, to converts, is to establish their own pace of learning. So my learning was very haphazard because I basically didn't have a teacher. I didn't have anyone to guide me. I was too busy doing so many things, multiple things. I'm a single working mother, so I had so many responsibilities, and just trying to help my son, and also to find, to seek the knowledge. It wasn't easy. I never gave up. If something is not working out, I will quickly go and try to look for something else, and then for a while, when we are learning, but if it doesn't work out, then we'll look for something else, so it was always just one after another. I will constantly just try to find ways. I didn't give up on seeking, learning about Islam, seeking knowledge. So for a period of time after the accident, I was really out of action, but Ustaz Samir stayed in touch. He would occasionally message, he kept in touch, he provided certain advice, So he was still there with me on the side, So, and Ustaz Samir was actually my dua, one of my duas that was answered. I think it was during the period of COVID, where during that period, I really re-established all my prayers. And one of my dua was like to just give me somebody, give me a teacher, give me someone, whom I can learn Islam from. Because right now, I am just learning from YouTube. I'm just learning from the app. I'm teaching my son on my own. We have nobody, really nobody to guide us. So my dua was answered, and Allah, Allah SWT gave me the best. I gave me Ustaz Samir. He's my teacher, and that's when, slowly as I attended classes, he's sharing his knowledge. He's able to deliver his lessons in a very succinct manner, where even I, with TBI, with traumatic brain injury, I'm able to understand his lessons. And his zikir and whatever he shared is so potent that when I enter into the state of mukarabah, when I enter into the state of my subconscious mind, I'm actually able to relive back and enter into the metaphysical world, when I'm able to relive back and go back into that journey, where I'm able to actually understand, oh, this is actually what happened when I was in a coma. So finally, after years, I was able to understand what actually I went through, what actually I've seen and what I've experienced. So whatever he has shared is really very powerful, and I'm really very grateful that I'm able to learn from him, go on spiritual retreats. So I would encourage, no matter at what level of Islam you are, just come, because I am not very knowledgeable. I am still in the learning process. So when I go for the spiritual retreats, it was really teaching me to control my nerves, to just eat enough to survive, and that is not only about, the spiritual retreats are not only about going there, doing the zikr, taking notes, but it was really a means to detach from the worldly matters. And once you are done with all the zikr and whatnot, and then you go to sleep and you surrender yourself, secrets will be revealed. There will be certain secrets that will be revealed. And I am really very grateful for that. Secrets that have been revealed to me through my dreams and as I go through all these retreats with Ustaz. So I will urge every Muslim, go and look for a teacher, learn. A teacher can only teach, as usual, a teacher can only teach. We as students, we need to put in our own effort. So when Ustaz is teaching, he puts in 30% of the work, 70% of the work I have to put in. So I will have to go deeper into what I've learned. I've learned to extract all the deeper meanings. And I give myself targets, because I am like I said, I am a working mother, So when I go for the lesson for 2 to 3 hours, it is literally impossible for me to know everything in that 2 to 3 hours. I will not be able to remember everything. So I give myself targets like, okay, in that lesson, I will take away maybe 2 or 3 things. And then I'll just go back home and then go deeper into it, So set achievable targets in that sense, Don't let a day go wasted that you don't learn anything new. So that would be my advice to the converts and rediscovering Muslim. Set your own pace, set your own target, look for a teacher, and then don't look back. Just keep on going. Alright, that is all from me. Assalamualaikum.